Hello, I'm Crystal, and thank you so much for joining me on the Warrenist Live, where we celebrate the art, culture, and lifestyle and people of Warren County, North Carolina, and beyond. Now, before we get started, I would love for you to like, comment, share, all that good stuff so we can continue to spread the good word and all this wonderful information about the things that are going on in our community. So, I just want to say, first off, when I decided to do this this interview show, I had a wish list. And so my guests today were on that wish list. So I'm really excited. I'm a little nervous because I've been wanting to interview them forever. And I think this is a great time because they also have a special announcement to make today. So today, my guests are Martin Lawrence and RJ Perry of Lawrence and Perry Barbecue. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having us.
Morning.
Morning, good morning. So I want to definitely start off by talking about you guys, of course. You all have known each other since forever. We've seen the pictures, the class pictures. So yeah, just tell me a little bit about yourselves individually and then also about how you two met.
Okay, I'll start. My name is Martin Lawrence, no relation to the actor, of course. But yeah, just a little bit about me. Background from cooking stems from parents and grandparents, and my business partner, of course, RJ, where we kind of met up um, in kindergarten, if you believe it or not. First time we ever met was in Miss Locklear's class, kindergarten, and we've been tight ever since. So, have a family, a wife, Sherelle, and a dog, and that's it.
Okay, RJ.
Um, I'm RJ Perry, the Perry and Lawrence and Perry Barbecue. Like Martin said, we met at Merriam Boyd Elementary School in kindergarten. Um, my cooking background comes from a lot of my family, but my grandmother, she taught me a lot when at a very young age, as well as, I learned, things from my dad, my brother, my uncles, my aunts. I just come from a cooking family. So just very blessed to be around those folks in my family that taught me a little something in the kitchen. I have a wife, Morgan Perry, who also bakes and does a lot of stuff for the company as well. Um, I have a daughter, Madison, and a son, Logan.
Beautiful. And I love the fact that you always started out your family. That definitely says a lot. You have a great foundation. I know Martin's sister, we went to school together. RJ, your brother went to school with my brother. So it's it's all a family affair going on here. But so tell me, how did Lawrence and Perry Barbecue, come to be? How did it get started?
RJ?
um, like we mentioned before, we were cooking at a very young age. I can still remember vividly in the third grade, Martin and I were in the same class again. We were the only guys or kids altogether who were able to cook or allowed to cook at such a young age. And we kind of, started just messing around, doing, you know, things here and there, experimenting, coming up with different recipes from a very, very, very young age, which is it's wild. And as we got older, we started to, grill more and smoke meats more. And we kind of got a passion for doing that as we, ventured off to college, ventured off our separate ways. But we always stayed close and connected and just, you know, here and there when we're cooking on the grill, we might say, hey, man, we should start a business one day. We never thought it, that it would actually come to fruition, but it actually did. We started, when the Panthers went to the Super Bowl in 2015, we had like a Super Bowl party. We had our friends over. They loved the food. After that, we went to the Warren County Relay for Life. We did that every year, and I love that event because what it does for the community and just being a child of a mother who passed away from cancer. It's So I always felt like that was a event that I always, was near and dear to my heart. So started off there. We did excellent because of course, the folks in Warren County who came out and supported us from the very, very, very beginning. We just had a tent in the grill. They always supported from the very beginning. So that's how I feel like we got our start, and we're here today.
Okay, so when did Orange and Perry officially start? Like what year?
The official established date was in 2016. I guess you can say, like RJ said, the first official event was the Super Bowl party. That's when we knew that this was something we could do. But officially established in 2016.
Okay, so you talked about your family, which, like I said, it's always important. So, how much of a role does your family play in your actual business?
Oh man, it's every day. It's an everyday thing. Like RJ was mentioning before, Morgan is the ultimate baker. So she provides the sweets and things that you guys love. And Sherelle is like a social media manager and PR specialist, and just from doing events to family coming out to help and with catering events, weddings, even working on the food truck. Like family has been a part of our business from its existence. So we don't anticipate that stopping now. So family.
Okay, so you talk about, all the different events have you done. Now, do you have like because I feel like I see you all the time. Like I go to like your website or I go to your like Facebook page and I look at the schedule, like when you're gonna be, of course when you're gonna be in Warren County. I'm always looking for that, or any local places anywhere I could go. Do you have like a busy season or is it just like always on the go?
Yeah, it's a busy season. I would say from probably March until about November is pretty busy, and December is really a big time catering season for us, where we do corporate functions and holiday parties and things like that. So I mean, basically we're rolling all year long, even through the winter months. But I would say definitely from March, when the weather starts getting warm, up until November is nonstop pretty much.
So, I mean, I guess I don't want to say this to make it sound like it's a negative because it's not, but I mean, just about everyone has a food truck nowadays, right? But what do you feel sets Lawrence and Perry apart from the others?
I would say trying to be consistent. That's very important, and also paying attention to the little things and the business aspect. You can be a great chef or a great cook and have a food truck, but it's there are other job functions and other things you have to worry about to be successful, in my opinion. The business part of it is very important. Being punctual, um, setting your commitments, and making sure that you're at an event where your schedule says you're going to be. Being professional, offering great customer service, all those things matter. And I think to have a successful food truck business, you have to make sure that you understand those basic business principles, as well as put out a great meal and good product.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% behind you on that. Consistency, I can definitely, attest to that. You guys are professional. And, that's definitely why every time I go to your truck, I know I have to get there early because your lines are long because we're going to come out and support you. And so definitely professional. But what you mentioned, what we talked about earlier is about like the busy season. Now, when 2020 hit with COVID and everything, how did that affect your business? Or did it?
It actually, I would say it kind of jump started it a little bit more.
Okay.
We decided to actually go full time in 2020. So in 2019, RJ and I were both working full time jobs in different arenas. RJ was in finance and banking, and I was doing real estate and contract work for the Department of Insurance. In 2020 was when we both decided to take the leap of faith and be on the truck full time, not knowing, COVID was about to happen. And of course, there was some uncertainty, but it ended up working really well because, unfortunately, for many restaurant and food industry businesses, they had to shut down. And food trucks were the new hot thing as far as being able to go to people's neighborhoods because they didn't want to travel and go out and move away from home. So they felt more comfortable going to food trucks in their own neighborhood. So that's where a lot of our business came from, was setting up at Sam's Club on a Saturday during COVID. And, people lined up outside because they felt more comfortable being outside than going into the restaurant. So that really helped our business and helped build our clientele.
Mm-hmm. You talk about clientele. We were talking about being professional, and how customer service is so important. And I mean, what would you say is the reason for your loyal following? Like I said, there's long lines everywhere I go when I see you guys. So, what would you contribute to that? I think we kind of touched on that, though.
Yeah, well, like I mentioned before, I think just trying to be consistent. Always having the menu items that we offer on the truck. I know sometimes we offer specialty items for different places, but having that core menu every single event, I think that's very important. Always being, we're in the, although we're a food truck, we're in the convenience industry somewhat. I always felt like that. I always thought of one of my professors who taught me that, like, you never want to inconvenience your customers because anyone can, buy the ribs, smoke the ribs, buy the mac and cheese, make the mac and cheese, buy the beans, and they can make their own food at any time they want. But they feel like it's a convenience to come to us because they know it's going to be good. They know it's going to be the same product every single time. And although they might have to wait 15 minutes, they don't have to cook it for 4 hours on their own. You know what I mean? So just making sure that we're consistent, like we said before, and always being a convenience for the customer, not an inconvenience.
Yeah, and to piggyback on, just as RJ was saying earlier, it's just a customer service aspect. We both have business backgrounds and understand that the customer is what drives our business. So we always, and anybody who works the front always says, "Thank you for stopping by." And that makes all the difference in the world. It may not seem like a lot to a lot of people, but making sure that every customer knows that they're appreciated for stopping by because you guys help us pay our bills. So I am definitely indebted to every person who comes to our truck.
And we greatly appreciate you all too, because I know the times that you have come here, I was like, "Ooh, I'm not cooking dinner tonight. I'm going right here to this Lawrence and Perry truck, so I don't have to cook." So I greatly appreciate it because you definitely saved me some time. But we're talking about the food truck, of course. Now you all have traveled a lot of places. We love you here. You all have been to a lot of other states and other festivals. Can you share some of those so elders will know how far spread you all are?
Most recently last year we did like a little HBCU homecoming tour, and that was really fun. So we ended up going to Howard University in DC. We stopped at Virginia State, A&T, Central, and Warren County's homecoming, of course. It's not an HBCU, but it's important. But the truck has allowed us to visit places near and far as catering and events.
So would you say the HBCU homecoming tour is probably like your favorite of all, or do you have like another one?
Uh,
For me, it is. For me, it is. I think for me, it is because it just brings back so many memories of the college experience that we had. Sherelle and I, of course, being students at North Carolina A&T when we went, and RJ and Morgan at Central, and experienced other campuses and how their homecomings are, it was pretty cool. It's like a big family reunion every time you go. So that's one of my favorites, I would say.
So what upcoming events do you have? I mean, you're right in your busy season. So what you got coming up so we can know where to stop?
This weekend we'll be in Greensboro. It's called the NC Folk Festival. It's a 3-day festival. This is our second year doing the festival. It's downtown Greensboro. We have numerous musical acts throughout the weekend. We'll be in the Green Street Food Court. So that's this weekend. Next weekend, we have the Creedmoor Music Festival in downtown Creedmoor, North Carolina. We haven't done that one in a while, so we're happy to be able to go back and do that one. What else do we have coming up? I would say just make sure you always check our website, social media. We post all of our events there. I'm pretty sure it's something that I'm forgetting about. So, but those are the two big ones that are coming up here shortly.
Awesome. And I do believe I did put your website and social media. So all of you guys, please go visit their website, keep up their schedule, and follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Like I said, I do believe I added them to the description. If not, I will go back and do it. And so, I think what everyone is waiting for is your special announcement. So you have the stage.
All right, I'll let you do this
one. We have officially been selected as a food vendor for the North Carolina State Fair. It has been a very long time coming. We have applied for at least 4 years. In the application, they state that less than 5% of all new applicants are accepted to the NC State Fair. This has been a huge goal of ours, one of the biggest goals of ours since we've started this business. And we're super, 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 super blessed to be able to have this opportunity. We couldn't have done it without all of our customers. Special shout out to Warren County for always being there from the very beginning. But also our customers that we've gained throughout the state. You guys have really, really, really helped us gain this opportunity because of the popularity of the growth, because of the long lines that we see, and how we can crank out a large amount of food in such a short time. This is, like I said, truly a blessing for us, and a goal that we have accomplished. We're super, super, super excited.
That is phenomenal. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is awesome, you guys. That is major. That is huge.
I agree. It is huge.
I'm just sitting here thinking about that, and I'm like, that's huge. Okay, so they're going to be an official vendor at the North Carolina State Fair. Which, how many people go to the state fair every year?
North Carolina has one of the largest state fairs in the country. So I know it's top 10 for sure. I'm not quite sure if it's top 5, but an average of about 100,000 people a day over 11 days.
Wow. So when does it start? Is it October 12th?
October through the 22nd this year.
That is phenomenal, you guys. Okay, so now the world's gonna know what we already know, right?
Oh yeah, they're gonna experience Warren County full in the flesh.
Absolutely. That is, oh my God, that is huge. All right, so besides coming out and supporting you guys at the state fair, how else can we help? How can we support you?
I'll just spread the word. If you had the food, just post it. Social media is a powerful tool. So if you have a favorite meal, make sure you try such and such at the NC State Fair. Stop by the truck, take a picture with us. Whatever you want to do, however you want to, just stop by and see us. We appreciate all the support we've gotten so far, and I know you guys are gonna continue to hold us down in the future. We love Warren County. We love all of you guys, all of our clientele, Raleigh, Wake Forest, Youngsville, Lewisburg. Franklin County is where RJ and I live now, so we got to shout out Franklin County. We live here. Yeah, just all over Rocky Mount. I can't forget Rocky Mount, 252, all the 252. We appreciate you guys. So just stop by if you come to the fair. Bring your kids, take a picture with us, post it. That's the best way you can help us.
But do you need any helping hands? Do you need someone to help?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Lawrence and Perry, you're hiring right now?
Yes, we are. We are hiring for part-time workers, and we are also hiring for temporary workers for the fair, especially workers who can work morning shifts of the fair. Please, we would ask if you would visit our website to fill out an application when you get the chance. We're looking for hardworking, punctual team players who like to work in a fun, drama-free atmosphere. So if that fits the bill for you, please apply.
That drama-free, that's so important. But before we close this out, and again, you guys, congratulations. That is huge. That really is. So, but before we end this, I definitely want to add that also want to say that your success, I think a lot of it has to do with, being consistent, being professional, but also because you guys really do help in the community. And I hope you don't mind me mentioning this, but I think it was last February where you had like this, I call it a safe space, where it was you and some other gentlemen that are in the Warren County community who, had this, I guess, a program or an event for other young Black males in the community. I have a son, I have two sons, but one of my sons attended. He loved it very much. It was there, like, and I don't want to name names because I don't want to forget anyone that participated.
It was Bishop Terrell Austin of Perfecting Praise Ministries and Dartez Wright of The Right Way. So we have to get back on the ball with that as well, but it's coming.
Right, but I mean, I like I said, I was there with my son, but I was like in a distant room, so I couldn't hear anything. But just being able to provide that safe space where you had these young men who were sharing their stories, and you all were sharing your stories, and these just being insightful and sharing wisdom and these stories of hope. That I know that truly meant a lot, and so just giving back to the community in that way, that's extremely important. So that's definitely, I would say, contributes to your success as well. Just we see you out here, not just serving, cooking food, but giving back. So I just wanted to add that, I just want to put that in if you didn't mind. So, but is there anything else you want to share before we conclude today?
I would like to personally, and on behalf of both of us, say thank you to Crystal for this opportunity, as well as always supporting us. You do a phenomenal job. Thank you for coming out and supporting. We just saw you in Raleigh last Saturday, just a few days ago. But you always support. You always come and post and promote our business, and we really appreciate that because that goes further than I think a lot of people know. So thank you, as well as thank you to everyone who has played a part in helping the Lawrence and Perry grow to what it has become. All of our family, all of our friends, all of our supporters that we don't even know. I constantly am stopped in the store when I have a shirt on or something like that of someone who has had the food. I have no idea who they are, but they, just the interaction I have with them is just crazy. It's phenomenal. Like I love it. So I feel like we're doing, something right. So please continue to support us and thank you so much.
Okay. Martin, anything?
No, summed it up pretty well.
All right. That's good. All right. So thank you all so much for joining me on the show. Like I said, I've been trying to do this, for a minute. And so thank you for taking time out of your schedule to, do this. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you all for tuning in to the Warrenist Live. If you haven't already, be sure to follow the Warrenist on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter or X or whatever they're being called now. And I will see you all soon. Thank you. You all have a wonderful day. Bye.
See you.
Thank you.